A lot of people are asking if the Godox IT30 Pro would actually replace the X3 trigger. It's small, sits right on top of your camera, and it has both master and receiver modes to control your lights wirelessly. For $75 you get TTL, which is basically auto flash mode, and HSS, which allows you to shoot at faster shutter speeds. On paper it looks like the perfect flash and trigger combo. But if you're serious about off-camera flash, there are a few things you need to know first. And just for transparency, Godox distributors send me the IT30 to test, but I'm not being paid. These are my own opinions. You'll find affiliate links in the description, and using them helps the channel at no extra cost to you. The IT30 is basically the big brother of the IT20, which I reviewed recently. The IT20 was meant as an ultra-compact on-camera flash, really a direct harsh light. The IT30 adds more power, TTL, HSS, and a few extra features, which makes it a lot more usable. But even with those upgrades, the light it produces is still harsh, and that's by design, unless you add this little guide that we will see in a second. Some photographers are bringing back that straight-on flash look for fashion or street photography. Personally, that's not my style. I'm more into dramatic off-camera flash photography. If that's something you're into, you can subscribe to my channel or join my newsletter. A few people on the comments of my IT20 review also pointed out that these flashes don't have a lot of power, and that's true. HSS is nice to have, but remember it cuts power even more, so don't expect miracles. For this video, my girlfriend Catherine is posing for me. One detail that really makes a difference is the hot shoe riser. I just tried it for the first time and honestly I'm surprised. It makes the flash pretty usable as an on-camera option. Just look at the difference compared to the shots I got without it. Yes, it adds a bit of bulk, but if you plan to use the IT20 or 30 this way, it's almost a must. It lifts the flash by about 30mm, which not only balances better with small Godox flashes, but also clears the space if you're using bigger lenses. And the best part is that it allows you to bounce the flash off the ceiling, giving you much softer light than blasting your subject straight on. That said, I had to set my flash on full power on my 85mm portrait lens, even at f2.8, so keep that in mind. Now, about using the IT30 as a trigger. This is where people are comparing it to the X3. Yes, it can trigger other Godox lights, but it is limited. You have to dig into the menu every time you want to switch into trigger mode. It isn't fast or intuitive, and it doesn't give you access to advanced controls. For example, you cannot control the modeling light on flashes like the AD200 Pro 2. So it works as a trigger, but is not as flexible or user-friendly as the X3. When the IT30 Pro becomes more interesting is when you take it off camera. Used as a small remote flash, it can be controlled by the X3 or other Godox triggers. That makes it useful as a rim light or even just an accent somewhere in the frame. And because it's so tiny, it literally fits in a pocket on your camera bag. Just make sure the switch is on white mode when using a modifier. It spreads the light evenly across your softbox. If you leave it on normal, the beam is too focused, and you may end up with a harsh hotspot. For this photoshoot, I used the AD200 Pro 2 as my main light in a large softbox, with the X3 as the trigger and the IT30 as a rim light in a smaller softbox. The IT30 was helping light her neck and the back of her face, creating some separation, which I think works very well for this kind of portrait. Then I put the IT30 with its softbox in front of Catherine. I've also seen other creators using it as a main light with great results. I haven't tried it yet, but I'm sure it can deliver, especially when you want a travel compact setup. So, who is the IT30 Pro really for? If you want a lightweight flash for casual shooting and at the same time a backup trigger, it does the job. And with the hot shoe riser, it becomes much more useful as an on-camera flash. It's also great for travel since it barely takes any space in your bag, and as a second light it really shines, perfect for rim, hair or accent. If you need it too, it can definitely make do as a main light. But if your main goal is off-camera flash photography, I'd skip it as a trigger and get a proper one, which gives you much more control. Think of the IT30 Pro as a flexible extra light to have around, not the core of your lighting system. If you decide to get one, pick the right version for your system. C for Canon, S for Sony, N for Nikon, and so on. I will leave affiliate links in the description. If you want to dive deeper into off-camera flash, join my newsletter and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And check out this next video where I explain why the X3 trigger has become my go-to for portraits.